So, there's a new open-world RPG, Where Winds Meet, that's been getting a lot of buzz lately. What stands out right away is that it's set in China's Five Dynasties and Ten Kingdoms period, a time that's full of chaos, opportunity, and all kinds of shifting alliances.
Absolutely, that historical backdrop isn't just window dressing either. The world they've built feels alive, with tons of branching stories and choices that actually matter. It's not just about following a path, you really get to carve out your own journey, which is such a huge draw for RPG fans.
And I love that the game promises freedom. Go anywhere. Fight anyone. Become whoever you want. It's like they're handing you the keys to a living, breathing wuxia novel.
No kidding. It's almost like being dropped into an interactive martial arts epic, where your choices and even your wanderings seem to ripple out into the wider world. That's the kind of immersion a lot of us crave in a story-driven game.
That sense of immersion definitely ramps up when you look at the combat system. It doesn't just stick to swords and spears. There's everything from rope darts to umbrellas and even fans. There are 12 martial arts sets and 23 mystical techniques, which sounds wild.
Exactly, and what really caught my attention is how every weapon brings its own style and tactics. For instance, the rope dart is designed for those who like to use cleverness over raw strength, sort of that classic softness overcomes hardness philosophy in action.
Right, and the animations aren't just cool, they're choreographed by Stephen Tung Wai. That's the guy behind some legendary Hong Kong action films. You know, the moves are going to have flair and authenticity.
What gets me hyped is the idea that you're not just learning moves, but also learning how to adapt. Some bosses demand specific tactics, and with all these weapon options, each fight could feel totally different. It's a martial arts playground.
Speaking of tension, one of the big reveals was this mysterious character, Nanju. For ages, this figure has just been a rumor, a shadow working behind the scenes, and now players finally get a real confrontation.
Yeah, that introduction is more than just a cool cutscene. The encounter with Nan Zhu plays out as this high-stakes chess match, where every word could be a trap. It's not your typical boss battle, it's all about wits, suspicion, and a sense that danger could explode at any second.
It's almost cinematic, like you're not sure if you're having a conversation or being drawn into a deadly scheme. That kind of narrative tension makes the world feel richer, more unpredictable.
And it's a perfect fit for the wuxia genre, honestly. The line between friend and foe is always blurry, and you never know who's got the upper hand until it's too late. That actually reminds me, exploration seems to play a huge part too.
Let's talk about these two regions. Qinghe is where your journey begins, right? It's got this peaceful vibe, open plains, quiet villages, but also secret caves and haunted ruins.
Exactly. It lulls you in with tranquility, but under the surface, there's mischief and mystery. I love that there are rumors about wasp nest arsonists and horse thieves. It adds flavor and encourages curiosity, like, what else is hiding there?
Then there's Kaifeng, which is the total opposite, a massive city buzzing with life. Over 10,000 NPCs, each with their own stories and goals. You can duel, trade, even befriend them, and your choices actually shift how the city sees you.
Plus, for history buffs, Kaifeng is packed with over 1,200 cultural artifacts to collect. It's almost like a living museum, which makes exploring feel meaningful, not just a box-ticking exercise. And the story itself pulls you deeper as you move between these regions.
The narrative kicks off in Qinghe, with the main character being raised by Aunt Han and Uncle Zheng kind of rooting you in a sense of home before tossing you into chaos. Then, during a festival, someone snatches your childhood jade pendant, and that's where everything spirals.
That theft is really just the tip of the iceberg. It catapults you into a larger web of conspiracies, starting with secrets at the Evercare clinic and leading all the way to the heroic assembly in Kaifeng. Suddenly, you're caught up in historical conflicts and chasing after this mysterious gold-making vessel.
What's clever is how the game weaves together the overt main storyline and these hidden, fragmented narratives like clues dropped by a beggar or some random book. It rewards you for paying attention and poking into every corner.
It's that classic adventure feeling. Sometimes the biggest discoveries come from the smallest, oddest places. It encourages exploration for the sake of the story, not just for loot. Speaking of rewards, there's some cool stuff waiting for players at launch, too.
Let's get into the launch details. Where Winds Meet drops globally on November 14, and all the in-game content is free. No paywalls, just grab the game and play as much as you want.
That's pretty refreshing, honestly. Plus, they're adding seasonal updates after launch, each with their own themes, new game modes, and even more story content. The first season is called Blade Out, and it sounds like it'll keep things fresh for a long time.
And as a cherry on top, there are launch rewards, 3 exclusive outfits, and a bunch of cosmetic items. Plus, more goodies as you progress. It's a nice way to thank early players and give everyone a boost as they start exploring.
Makes the world even more inviting. Pre-download starts November 12, so if you're itching to dive in, you can get a head start. I'm honestly just hyped to see how all these moving parts come together in action.